what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you?
What could ever lead you?
Back here where we need you.
Here where we need you.
Yeah, we tease him a lot, cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you?
What could ever lead you?
Back here where we need you.
Here where we need you.
Yeah, we tease him a lot, cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back, cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot, cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Hey, boy, I look pale. Is that just the screen, or do I
No,
look-
you look pale. I
I
gotta
look-
turn the iris down.
All right, turn the
me a
Iris.
minute.
Get Iris down there.
Give me
Calm
a
down,
minute.
Iris.
Start your show.
Okay. Hey, it is Monday, March 6th. Happy birthday to Rob, Don't Call Me Meathead Reiner, Smokey and the Bandit writer and director Hal Needham, my distant relative Ed McMahon, and one of the first people who made me want to go into comedy, Louis Francis Cristillo. You know him better as Lou Costello. So if you ever paid money to see me in a stand-up comedy club, you can blame him. By accident or on purpose, you are listening to That'll Learn Ya with your average run-of-the-mill host, Michael Buster McMahon. I am that guy, Michael Buster McMahon, and I can't spell Armageddon. But that's okay. It's not like it's the end of the world. Joining me is my pal and producer, Peter Coles. Say hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
He used to try to play sports until he realized he can just buy trophies.
Yeah.
I found that was like shocking to me, like in third grade. I mean, I didn't think it through that you had to get a trophy from somewhere. But I'm like, you mean there's a place where you can just buy trophies? I guess I thought they like descended from heaven when you
Din Brothers.
when you won something.
Din Brothers in Holyoke.
Yeah. But yeah, when I was like in third grade, I'm like, you mean you can just buy a trophy? Again, I guess I didn't really think it through, like where they came from. Today on the show, cool stories about great songs. Plus, if you have time, we'll discuss the possibility of animals thought extinct still being around. You know, like the coelacanth? But
Really?
we probably won't have time for that. Coelacanth. Do you know what a coelacanth is?
No.
It's a fish that was thought to be extinct for like millions of years.
Yeah.
And they caught them off the coast. They caught a few off the coast of South Africa.
No kidding.
Yeah, like the natives knew about it. They're like, oh, yeah, really bad tasting fish. We just usually throw them back. And a scientist was like, holy crap, this is a coelacanth. Ugly fish, too.
I believe that.
Anyway, so sit back, relax, and remember, before you purchase your child an unbreakable toy, just remember, an unbreakable toy can be used to break other toys.
There you go.
There you go. I look a little less
Pale.
irised. Less irised. You know, back in the old days, I mean, I guess now society likes tan people, but in the old fashioned days, like it was more fashionable to be like pale because if you were tan, it meant you were out working. Where if you were pale,
Victorian England.
yeah, you were the upper class and you weren't outside with the peasants.
In Victorian England, it was everybody was very pale.
Yep.
They put on pale makeup.
So I probably would have done quite well back in the old days.
Sure.
I mean, I do quite.
But you're
I did quite
nocturnal,
well now.
so you're nocturnal.
That's true.
so
I'm
it does kinda
I'm white
fit.
because I'm nocturnal. Basically, I am not ravaged by the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, you're up all different hours, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you're up now, chances are you're not nocturnal unless you haven't gone to bed yet, or you just got up to see me. God bless you. Anyway, so on this day in history, Eric Clapton did something pretty cool. on this day in 2000, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a soloist. Now, he was the first person who was inducted 3 different times, the Yardbirds and Cream. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I'm hoping that our boy Tommy Heinsohn gets in as a broadcaster into the Basketball Hall of Fame, because why wouldn't he?
Is
He's
it
a great broadcaster.
Posthumously?
Yeah, well, I mean, he was in as a player and as a coach, and I believe he'd be the first person to go in 3 times. He was a great broadcaster for a long time. One of the things I'm very proud about, there's a couple things I'm proud about. I am the 2004 American League Labor winner, and none of you know how cool that actually is. And the other thing is I actually have a Tommy point. Tommy Heinsohn gave me, Michael McMahon, a Tommy point. Like he was scheduled for an interview at my old radio station, and he couldn't come in at the regular time. So I came in at a different time on my day off to record the interview with him, and we played the interview on the show. And when he found that out, all right, I kind of asked him, like I said, I don't know, does that deserve a Tommy point? And there's a quotation. He goes, "May the entire world bear witness that you, Michael McMahon, have been awarded a Tommy point." So I have a Tommy point. That's kind of cool.
Gotcha.
What have you got? Anything that is as cool as that?
I don't know.
No?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, somewhere along the way.
All right. I mean, yeah. If you know Peter, text Peter. Tell me if you have something cooler than that, having a Tommy point. Because that'll give Peter something else to do during the show, right? You like that. You like to do a bunch of things during the show.
Oh,
right?
yeah, sure.
Anyway, in honor
Not this isn't the busiest show except for Rob Goff's show, but yeah.
what this is or isn't?
It's on par.
It is? How come?
Because Rob plays music for every bit he does for the first hour.
Oh, I see. So you got to queue up all this music. That's what you're saying is.
Oh, yeah. His rundown for a 2-hour show is 3 pages long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll show you before you leave.
Okay. Yes, I look forward to seeing that.
A lot of music cues.
So in honor of Eric Clapton, yeah, I gave you an assignment, right? We're going to air a fake commercial
Yeah.
later in the
Wonderful.
show. Yeah. As a team player. In honor of Eric Clapton's achievement, here we go. We're going to play one of his solo songs, I Can't Stand It, 89.5. No, I like the song. That's
I
just
do
the
too,
title.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just the title of it. I Can't Stand It.
Yeah.
89.5 WSKB.
You've been told, so maybe it's time that you learn. You've been sold, maybe it's time that you learn.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Well, no one told me about her, the way she lied. Well, no one told me about her, how many people cried. But it's too late to say you're sorry. How would I know? Why should I care? Please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there. Well, let me tell you about the way she looked, the way she acted, the color of her hair. Her voice was soft and cool, her eyes were clear and bright, but she's not there. Well, no one told me about her. What could I do? Well, no one told me about her. Though they all knew. But it's too late to say you're sorry. How would I know? Why should I care? Please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there. Well, let me tell you about the way she looked, the way she acted, the color of her hair. Her voice was soft and cool, her eyes were clear and bright, but she's not there. But it's too late to say you're sorry. How would I know? Why should I care? Please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there. Well, let me tell you about the way she looked, the way she acted, the color of her hair. Her voice was soft and cool, her eyes were clear and bright, but she's not there.
The Zombies. Now, the inspiration of that song, Rod Argent, who was a zombie, member of the band The Zombies, it was about his first love, Patricia. And you know what Patricia did to him?
What?
She called off the wedding a few weeks beforehand.
Ouch.
Yeah. I've actually known a couple of cases that happened. God bless you. I jokingly told the wife, like, you know what? I think a couple of weeks before our wedding, if I felt that I was about to make a giant mistake,
Yeah.
I think I'd still go through I think I'd be too afraid
Really?
to cancel a wedding a couple of weeks before. You're not getting any of that money back, and you're gonna cheese off a lot of people.
Yeah, but would you want to be unhappy the rest
Yeah,
of your
but
life?
I mean, well, this is not a pertinent situation, because before you get married or before you propose, you should make pretty darn sure about your choice, right?
Well, but then again, people continue to change throughout their life. So
They do, but I'm very proud.
I can understand why it happened. I completely get it.
I'm very proud of this fact. Here's another fact, as well as having a Tommy point. Every girl I've ever proposed to said yes.
So you're 1 for 1?
That's a good record, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm undefeated.
There you go.
All right, now, so this upcoming song contains some of the most famous nonsensical singing in rock and roll history. Robert Lamb, the main songwriter back then for Chicago, he was hanging out in Central Park, and he was like, wow, this is really, really cool. You got steel drum players here, you got singers, you got dancers and jugglers and food vendors. And so he he talks about a guy singing Italian songs. Now, does he bother to? Oh, I don't know. Look, I get it. You don't speak Italian, but and I understand there's no internet back then. But still, I mean, you had somebody who could probably come up with some Italian words for you, right? Instead, he just made them up. He made up all these words that sounded Italian.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's acceptable to you. You think that's okay?
Yeah, why not? It's artistic license.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, the band Chicago at that point, I'm guessing had access to interns, right? Instead of sending them out for coffee, send one out, hey, come back with some Italian words.
Doesn't mean they fit the song.
They made up gibberish fits the song?
Yeah.
I don't know. So you can listen
We've
for that.
We've done other songs that have had made up gibberish.
Yeah,
in
we
them
did. We Lionel Richie's song.
because they fit the song.
He wanted to have some African lyrics in it.
Right. They fit the song.
What was it? All Night Long. And he just sort of made them up.
Yeah.
No, go do some research. Go come on. But you know what's really cool? You ever see Tarantino's? No, not Tarantino's movie. Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
You've seen that movie, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. During the D-Day invasion, the Americans have some soldiers, some enemy soldiers come out, and they're speaking a foreign language. Now, it would have been easy for them to put the translation, but they were kind of hoping that maybe you'd discover this on their own, and those guys were shot. What they were actually saying, like, oh, we're Czechoslovakian prisoners forced to fight, and they were gunned down. So they didn't know, but that's like a little hidden gem in that movie that you had to find out on your own or have somebody tell you about it. Which I'm telling you about if no one's told you that before.
Now you know.
There you go.
The rest of the story.
All right, so here's Chicago, and listen for the nonsensical Italian words in the song. Here's Saturday in the Park, 89.5 WSKB.
Saturday in the park, I think it was
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Taking
that true?
You do. You got a thing coming.
I got another thing
Wait
coming?
till you get home.
Yeah. British rockers, Judas Priest, and their only official American hit went to number 67. They were trying to break into the American charts for a long time, and they did it with a song they didn't think much of at first. They wrote it in Spain, and they came to record an album in Miami, I believe. And as they were driving around, they were sort of singing it, and they realized, hey, this is a good driving tune. And they decided to release it.
And they're right.
Yeah, and as I said, it's their only American hit, number 67. I mean, you can probably name a couple other Judas Priest songs, but officially, that's their only hit.
Gotcha.
Now, this next band, you know them from their female lead singers, but this song is being sung by a guy. Kind of weird. Why? Well, because the main songwriter in the band wrote it, and as he was trying to teach the girls how it should sound, they were like, you know what? It sounds pretty good with you singing it. Maybe you should do it. No. But the other three members of the band said, yeah, I think this will work with you singing it. And so that's how we got this. So believe it or not, this is ABBA. And Does Your Mother Know? In 9.5 WSKB.
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
All right. So now when Philip Bailey of Earth, Wind & Fire fame decided he wanted to do a solo album, he reached out to Phil Collins to be a producer on that album.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of his black friends were like, no, you're going to end up with a white album. And he's like, no, it's going to be fine. So when they heard the first single, the people in the black community they're like, that's amazing. It's not a black song, it's not a white song. And Phil Bailey goes, no, it's a very interesting color of beige music.
Yeah.
And God bless him. Man, God, Phil Collins could do no wrong back then. He was everywhere. He was having
He's still
hits.
a super. People are asked. He's super talented producer.
Yeah.
Still not singing really anymore
Right.
because I think his vocal cords are
Yeah,
shot.
which is a shame. But I mean, back then he was having hits with Genesis, his solo hits, and he was doing things with other people.
Movies.
Yeah,
it was
Yeah.
all over the place.
and not bad for a guy who was not the lead singer of his own band until Peter Gabriel left.
Right.
He was just a drummer, and he was trying to. So they were auditioning singers, and he was trying to coach them how to do it. And finally, the others just like, Phil, why don't you just do it? And it's just amazing to think that voice was.
Hey, Phil, why
hidden
don't you just
for
do it?
so long? All right, so now this song was originally from the band's first album, which nobody bought, and it's their third album, Sports, which really, bam, put them on the map. And when the USA for Africa was putting together that charity album, the We Are the World, they were asking for contributions from other artists. And, let's face it, we were all guilted into liking that song because, it was helping charity. It's not that great.
No, it's boring.
Yeah, because you know how because like in any 80s show, have you ever heard anybody play We Are the World?
No.
No. We were all guilted into liking it and making a number one hit. But
It makes it as a novelty song, but
yeah,
that's about it.
You bought the album because all the other songs on there, Trapped by Bruce Springsteen, Tears in Your Eyes by Prince, there were so many other great songs on that album that you did buy it. And you knew the money was going to a good cause, supposedly. I mean,
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
did.
these charity things. Yeah, but you never know how much money actually makes it to the charity. But so we all bought the album. But one of the gems on that album was a live version of this song by Huey Lewis and the News, which was on their original album. And
I wonder if I got the right version.
I hope so.
That's the only one I could find.
Okay, well, probably. It was a minor hit for them. But the album, the USA for Africa album, went to number one in its second week of release, and it did sell over 3 million copies. Reaching number one in 2 weeks, that's a feat that only the Beatles or the Rolling Stones ever did.
Yep.
So, I mean, it was quite an accomplishment. And, yeah, I mean, as I said, you got a lot of nice little hidden gems on that album, too. So here is one of them, Trouble in Paradise by Huey Lewis and the News.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donuts Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
What can I do? Pictures of you still make me cry. Trying to live without your love, it's so hard to do. Some nights I wake up, I look at your pillow, hoping that I'll see you there. But I get up each day, not much to say, I've nowhere to go. Loneliness fills me up inside, 'cause I'm missing you. So if you give us a chance to remember the love we had once together, wait and see. Time is all that we really need. I'm praying you won't say no. I mean to tell you, don't let it end. Baby, we could have so much more. Don't let it end. Honey, please don't walk out that door. I'm telling you, baby, I make my mistakes, but I'll make you this promise. To do what it takes, I'll be there to protect you and hold you tight. You got my loving, baby, every single night. Don't let it end. I'm begging you, don't let it end this way. And don't let it end. I'm begging you, don't let it end this way. Don't let it end. Baby, we could have so much more. Don't let it end. Honey, please don't walk out that door. Don't let it end. I'm begging you, don't let it end this way. Don't let it end. I'm begging you, don't let it end this way. No, no, no. No, no, no. What will I do if you say we're through? I need you to stay, honey. Don't let it end this way.
You know, if it wasn't for a couple notes in that song, I think I would try that karaoke.
Why not?
I don't think I was doing. There's a couple notes there that I wouldn't be able to hit. But despite the song's enormous
Try
success,
it at home.
well, yeah, but what fun is that?
Well, if you can do it at home, you can do it out.
That's what I'm saying. There's a couple notes in there that I don't think I could. Ouch! I got not that anybody cares, but I got like pain on the side. I think I pulled something at work. And every once in a while, it gives me a little reminder that. I know you're gonna say, "Oh, you're just old," which I guess I can't dispute that. But sometimes, sometimes you wake up in pain. How can I be in pain? All I did was sleep.
Take something for it.
I think I will.
Okay.
I did last night. I took something. I took a vanilla Coke for it. It didn't seem to mash it.
I'm sure I have something a little bit sturdier than that.
So anyway, despite that song's enormous success, when you see the band Styx in concert now, you won't hear that. You won't hear "Show Me the Way." You won't hear "Babe." You won't hear "The Best of Times."
That's because of the ugly breakup?
They've shunned these songs, and mostly the fight started over that album, the concept album. Kilroy Was Here. And, since they dismissed Dennis DeYoung. Dennis DeYoung will do all those songs. I've seen Styx without Dennis DeYoung, and I've seen Dennis DeYoung without Styx. They're both enjoyable shows, but I think if I had my choice, Dennis DeYoung is the sound of Styx. I think I enjoy that better. But he's clearly hurt by the dismissal, because, he will do Don't Let It End, and he sadly says at the end, afterwards that, and we did let it end, sadly. Yeah. So, you can see he's still hurt by the thing. But yeah, Dennis DeYoung puts on a pretty good show. So now this song, it's kind of funny. The guy who wrote the song, he called up his engineer buddy and said, "Hey," he's like, "quick favor, I got to record this song like today. Can you clear space for me? Because I got to give the demo to this band." And he's like, I'm kind of booked, and I promised my girlfriend, she's coming over to the studio, and we're going to dinner at 4. I've already canceled on her twice in the last 2 weeks, so she's pretty mad already. So we have to be done by 4. Okay, I can squeeze you in. And he's like, yeah, we'll be done by 4. Now, guess what? They're not done by 4. And so she comes in, the girlfriend comes in, and she's mad. She's like, "Are you kidding me? You're still working. We're supposed to go to dinner. You've done this to me already a couple times." He's like, I know. We're almost done. I swear, just give me another half an hour. And she's listening to the song. She's like, "You know what? That's a great song. I want it." Now, the girlfriend was Vicky Sue Robinson. And the guy who wrote the song and they're recording the demo, he's like, you can't have it. It's been promised to somebody else. And so, she's a little bit mad. So anyway, they finish up and they eventually go to dinner. And the band says no, that they don't want it. So the writer calls Vicky Sue Robinson and says, "All right, I guess you can have it. I'll drop it off." And she's like, Don't bother dropping it off. I had my boyfriend make me a copy. I'm ready to go." So, and it became a pretty big hit for Vicky Sue Robinson. Gloria Estefan had a remake of it that also was a pretty big hit.
Big hit, yeah.
Yep. So here's Vicky Sue Robinson and "Turn the Beat Around." Eventually, hopefully, she got her dinner that time. So, yeah. So 89.5 WSKB.
Turn it upside down.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Now when you're feeling low and the fish won't bite, you need a little bit of soul to put you right. You gotta make like you wanna deal and pray, and then a little bit of soul will come your way. Now when your girl is gone and you're broken too, you need a little bit of soul to see it through. And when you raise your up with your rock and roll, you'll get a lot more kids with a little bit of soul. And when you're fighting balls and there's nobody through it, a little bit of soul and it really start moving, Now when you're in a mess and you feel like crying, just remember there's a little song of mine. And as you go through life trying to reach your goal, just remember I said about a little bit of soul. A little bit of soul, yeah, a little bit of soul. A little bit of soul, yeah, a little bit of soul. A little bit of soul, yeah, a little bit of soul. A little bit of soul, yeah, a little bit of
So that was written by John Carter and Ken Lewis, and they always wanted to be singers themselves, but it just was not working out well for them. But they wrote a lot of hits. You can actually hear them singing. They're doing backing vocals on the Who song, I Can't Explain. And do you remember the song, Winchester Cathedral?
Yes.
Yes, that's them. They're actually doing the vocals on that song, the new vaudeville band. That was
So
just
they had a
something
hit.
Yeah, they kind of had a hit, but it wasn't really their song. They were kind of hired. That band was just thrown together. So, and they were under the new vaudeville band. So people don't really know who John Carter and Ken Lewis actually are. They sound like generic names, don't they?
Yeah. Central casting.
Yeah, but it worked. You'll get a lot more fish with a little bit of soul. Is that true?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's
Gotta have some
probably-
personality.
That's probably right. So now this song.
By the way, before we go on,
Okay, what do you got?
I had a viral video over the weekend.
Really?
Yes.
You did?
Yes. It made it to the Weather Channel.
Hey, all right, good for you, man.
You want to see it?
Sure. I mean, do you think this is
It's quick, yes.
as cool as a Tommy Point, though?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Wow.
It rumbled for a while.
Yeah, what time did that, do you know what time that lightning strike?
9:53.
Okay, look at that. I was on my way to work, and I saw a big flash. I'm like, was that lightning?
It was lightning.
So I was right, 9:53, because I have to be at work at 10 o'clock, and I was driving to work. And I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, so the heavy snow caused a lightning strike, and it blew up a tree right down the street.
So I guess we have to ask the listening audience, what's cooler, to have your video that you shot played on the Weather Channel, or to get a Tommy Point from Tommy Heinsohn?
I don't know. They commented. Paul Goodlow commented going to a break, and he goes, well, first you saw it, then you heard it. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Ah, good job, man. Congrats.
I got lucky because I was in bed, and we got woken up. So I looked on my weather app, and I'm like, oh, there was a lightning strike in town, right? So that we knew it was a lightning strike, and I'm like, I have a security camera pointing out the window that just records for weather events and stuff like that. I'm like, I wonder if I got it. So I'm scrolling through. I saw the light dip on the left-hand side, and I'm like, ooh, I did get it. So I exported it to my phone, and I put it out there, and I tagged, you know who really likes that? Jim Cantori loves thunder snow. Absolutely loves. I mean, he freaks out when he's on a live shot and he gets a thunder snow shot. He'll just start doing a dance. So I tagged him on it, and the Weather Channel National Desk goes, can we air that? Yep. Yes, you can.
We got to get Bobby G down to the restaurant. We're restoring and opening a restaurant in my family.
Yes.
And down in Somers, Connecticut. And
you need it on the investigations list?
We may have caught a ghost on our security video.
I'm sure there probably was.
Yeah. There's a dark figure, I think.
That's a historic building, isn't it?
Yeah, it activated something, which I don't know if a ghost can do, but I guess you can see him leaving but not coming in or something, this figure, and how did he get in? I mean, so it's...
They'll do an investigation. You just gotta message them.
Yeah, so...
Bobby G will definitely do an investigation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we've talked about that, but I guess... Because, I'm only 10%. I don't have much say. And I love not having a lot to say. I love being only 10%.
It'd be better knowing that what you got.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it'd be cool because as people like that stuff. And I always joke, even if we can't prove we have a ghost, I'm going to make one up because people love that stuff. You know? I mean, it's a 200, almost a 240-year-old building for crying out loud.
Sure you do.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
But we'll tell you more about that.
All right, back to the music.
All right. So now this song is a forgotten hit. It went to number 12 back in 1966, and it was covered by more than a dozen people, though, including the girl who wrote it. But nobody had a hit like Sandy Posey did. In fact, it's kind of weird. It went to number 15 in England, and for some reason, 5 years later, 8 years later, 1975, it showed up again in the charts and went to number 35. And it wasn't a re-recording. It wasn't like a re-release.
Well, that's happened.
It's happened, but it's kind of weird. I mean, I don't think it. Maybe it was included in a movie. Or, I mean, usually sometimes something like that happens. But I have no explanation as why. It's not a bad. I probably this flies in the face of the independent women's movement now. This girl's singing about basically wanting somebody. Here's Sandy Posey and Single Girl, 89.5 WSKB.
The single girl, all alone in a great big town. The single girl gets so tired of love letting her down. The life's unreal and the people are phony, and the nights can get so lonely. The single girl needs a sweet loving man to lean on. I'm a single girl, wondering if love could be passing me by. I'm a single girl, and I know all about men and their lies. Nobody loves me 'cause nobody knows me. Nobody takes the time to go slowly. The single girl needs a sweet loving man to lean on. I gotta make my own way. There's
Moderating support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Yeah. Of course, loyal listeners know that my wife and daughter sent me to Vegas a year ago to see the Scorpions. And then they can still bring it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They still bring it. Now, of course, the band's from Germany, and a lot of their songs, it's a simple translation. But when they took this song and they tried to translate the German words, it was an absolute mess. It didn't really make much meaning. So basically, the English version of the song is completely different because they pretty much had to come up with all these new, maybe they didn't, but somebody who was really, really good at English came up with all new lyrics, basically, because the German lyrics just did not translate well with that song.
Gotcha.
It's still a rocker in whatever language you want to sing it in.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I know you're supportive. You're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, do it." I know my mother's listening. My wife, my sister's listening. I got some really good friends who are listening. They're all gonna say, "Well, just do it." I don't know if Angela Grout's listening. She would say, "Yeah, do it." I had an idea for I've pitched a couple TV shows to networks, and they've all said no. Mm-hmm. And I think I came up with an idea for one that's even better than the other two. But I don't know if I have the energy to do it, and B, I don't have the outlet to do it. I don't have those connections to get it shown by anybody. But I think it's a strong idea. But so this has been haunting me now for 2 days.
Nowadays, if you can get a pilot done and get it on YouTube, it can get seen.
Maybe
I was watching a couple shows over the weekend about content creators where the music business has kind of been undermined by people being able to release their own stuff on YouTube and getting a lot of plays and Spotify and things like that. So
that's possible.
The business is completely different from the business we grew up with. If you have a good product and you can have enough friends and help to get a pilot done, you can get something out there and it can be seen without having to go through channels and not have it get out. You can put it out to the wide audience, and if it gets a lot of views, guess what? It'll get noticed by the networks.
Maybe.
That's how it works nowadays.
I don't know if I have the energy to do it, but tentatively the project is. I don't think this is the title. Its working title is "If I Disguise My Smile." That's it. But I don't know if I have the.
Like I said, if you get people active, we got equipment.
I know. I still have the musical to take. I think the musical takes precedence. That's still
all right.
That's still not done. I think the musical deserves.
You can work
precedence.
on multiple fronts.
I know, and I have, and a lot of times it just ends up with a bunch of projects not finished, and you end up with a bunch of projects 3/4 of the way finished.
You just keep on talking.
All right, so now you can hear in this song towards the end, between the chorus, you can hear Steven Tyler banging a bass drum. Supposedly, it's the bass drum he stole from his high school.
It says it in the book, yeah.
Yeah, which I don't know how we got that out the door. I was the bass drummer in my high school band.
Well, when they were brand new, Aerosmith played a lot of high school dances.
Yeah,
so they had opportunity.
Yeah, I guess. It's not an easy thing to steal. I wore that thing in a parade. It is
well,
tiring.
Remember, when you're there as a band, you got all kinds of equipment going, oh, yeah, that's just another one of our drums.
So now, I don't know if I agree with this critic who about this song, but I think it's a great, funny line. And he says, you know what? This song sounds like Aerosmith imitating Bon Jovi trying to sound like Aerosmith. Which I don't know if that's true, but it's a funny line.
It is funny.
Here's Living on the Edge. Rock and roll, Bay State rock and roll, Aerosmith, 89.5 WSKB.
There's something wrong with the world today. I don't know what it is. Something's wrong with our eyes. We're seeing things in a different way, and God knows it ain't his. It sure ain't no surprise. We're living on the edge. Something wrong with the world today. The light bulbs get
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
I'm not a proponent of remakes.
That's called a standard, though. There's a difference.
There's only and actually, Carly Simon has a very beautiful.
A lot of people have versions of that
version
song.
of it too. But you know what? This might be one of my favorite remakes of all time.
Gotcha.
That's Art Garfunkel doing the Flamingo song. In fact, Art Garfunkel performed that song on the second episode ever of Saturday Night Live. Do you know who the host was?
No.
Paul Simon.
Okay.
A little bit of a reunion there. I absolutely love that song. But yeah, as I think of it, I do like the Carly Simon version too. The Flamingo version, I like the Flamingos version, but that little through it is kind of distracting to the song, I think. And I think it's not needed in the song.
Okay.
I don't hate the Flamingos version, but I remember the first time I heard that, I'm like, oh my God, that is fantastic. And I don't remember how old I was when I heard that. I had to be 10 or so, I guess, right?
Sure.
Probably. So anyway. So earlier we talked about a song not translating well into the English language. And a lot of this next song might not make a lot of sense because it was written by a Swedish guy who didn't really speak English very well. Regardless, it became a gigantic hit for the Backstreet Boys anyway. We tried to play this song last week. It didn't work out so well. But you got the real version this time, right?
I hope so.
You hope so. So the band said that they laugh about it, and they said, you know what, the guy has gotten a lot better with his English, but at the time he wrote this song, not so much. I don't think the song is that nonsensical, but I guess we'll have to listen to the lyrics together and to see if the song does make sense. Here is I Want It That Way, 89.5 WSKB.
Yeah. You are my fire, the one desire. Believe when I say I want it that way. But we are two worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart when you say that I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Am I your fire, your one desire? Yes, I know it's too late, but I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a thought. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Now I can see that we're falling apart from the way that it used to be. Yeah, no matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me, you are my fire, the one desire. You are. Don't wanna hear you say nothing. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a thought. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a thought. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way.
Oh, hello there. I'm Newton Ames talking to you on behalf of the Monolithic Oil Corporation about today's energy situation. You know, if we all just sacrifice a little, we can pull together to beat the current problems of not enough energy. And Monolithic is doing its part by killing most of the birds that nest around our beautiful oil refineries. Birds eat up a lot of food, and as everyone knows, food takes energy to grow and prepare. So The fewer birds there are, the less energy will be wasted. Now, how can you help? Well, if there are any old folks around the house, just set them outside at night. This looks like a long, hard winter, and the fewer people there are, the less energy demand there'll be. Leaving the old folks outside is nothing new. The Eskimos do it all the time, and they know a thing or two about surviving in cold weather without much heat. You betcha. When you drive, don't take your foot off the gas for stop signs, red lights, little children, or anything. A smooth, steady driving technique is the most economical. The cost in human lives, suffering, and property damage will be more than offset by the savings in gasoline. Well, I hope these tips have helped you become more aware that the blame for today's energy situation is on your shoulders and your conscience, and not ours. Monolithic Oil Corporation. We want you to pay.
Hey, this is Ken Stomsky from Propaganda Radio here on WCPC 15 and WSKB 89.5 FM Westfield.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
exactly who you were. For so long, I never realized the girl I had before. For so long, I hope you're satisfied. You won't hear from me again. For so long, I hope you're pleased with what you've done. Why didn't you tell me? Not leave me this way. Oh, you should have told me. Not waited for so long.
Well, that guy's got some issues, huh?
Yeah, just a few.
Oh, a few. A catchy song, though. Now, the name of the band is Fishhead, but if you like the song, good luck Googling Fishhead because it's not spelled that way. It's spelled Fisher Z for some reason. Fisher, different word Z. But they pronounce their band Fishhead, which I would probably maybe why they weren't bigger hits because
Nobody could find them?
nobody could find them.
What was there? There was a song that was, Jamaica.
Yeah. Yep. People think it's Dire Maker.
Right.
Yeah. Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Not even completely spelled like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's what they always made fun of because the word's not actually said in the song. It's a Jamaican beat. And Led Zeppelin always made fun of American Idol. Says, yeah, they call it Dire Maker. Like, what the hell?
That's how it's spelled.
Yeah. But pronounced Jamaica. But, I don't know how you get Fishhead out of Fisher Z, though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, again, another weird one.
Here's another weird thing. The band, this next band, tried to be so mysterious that they called, they didn't use their names. Any kind of interviews and stuff, they were very, very secretive.
Yep.
Question Mark and the Mysterians is officially the name of the band. It's even, written by and Question Mark is a question mark.
Right. Yeah.
And but officially, we found something that
You have breaking news?
The song is under the credit of Rudy Martinez. So Rudy Martinez might be question mark. At one point, though, they referred to individual members in the band by just letters. And the Mystery helped the group a little bit. They wore dark sunglasses when they
nice
performed.
novelty, like
yeah,
Daft
nice
Punk.
novelty. But the problem with this is now there's so many weird stories here with this band. You don't really know what's made up and what's false. I mean, rock and roll bands have some crazy stories, but we don't really know what's made up and what's false in this one. But
Gotcha.
Here's their big hit, 96 Tears, 89.5 WSKB.
Too many teardrops for one heart to be crying. Too many teardrops for one heart to carry on. You're way on top now since you left me. You're always laughing way down at me. But watch out now, I'm gonna get there. We'll be together for just a little while, and then I'm gonna put you way down here, and you'll start crying. 96 tears. And when the sun comes up, I'll be on top. You be right down there, looking up. And I might wave, come up here, but I don't see you waving now.
I'm way down here, wondering how I'm gonna get to you. But I know now, I'll just cry, cry, I'll just cry. Too many teardrops for one heart to be crying. Too many teardrops for one heart to carry on. You're gonna cry 96 tears. You're gonna cry 96 tears. You're gonna cry, 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 cry now. You're gonna cry, 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 cry 96 tears. Come on, let me hear you cry now. 96 tears. I wanna hear you cry night and day, yeah, all night long. 96 tears. Cry, cry, cry. Come on, baby, let me hear you cry now. All night long. 96 tears. Yeah, come on now. 96 tears.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I say we can go where we want to, a place where they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. And we can dance. We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. Say, we can go where we want to, place where they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. We can dance. We can go when we want to. Night is young and so am I. And we can dress real neat from our hands to our feet and surprise them with a victory cry. Say, we can act if we want to. If we don't, nobody will. And you can act real rude and totally removed, and I can act like an imbecile. And say, we can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, we're doing it from pole to pole. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking the chance. Safe to dance, oh, it's safe to dance. Yes, it's safe to dance. Use it, never gonna lose it. Everything will work out right. I say we can dance if we want. 'cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I say, we can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, we're doing it from pole to pole. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking a chance. Well, it's safe to dance, yes, it's safe to dance. Well, it's safe to dance, well, it's safe to dance. Yes, it's safe to dance, it's safe to dance. Well, it's safe to dance, it's safe to dance. Oh, it's a safety dance, oh, it's a safety dance. Oh, it's a safety dance, oh, it's a safety dance.
Men Without Hats, and I love the DJs on The Simpsons, the morning show. They said they're known now as Men Without Jobs. That's a great joke. They're called Men Without Hats because they're from Canada, and they would look around and they see all these knuckleheads walking around Montreal in winter. These guys that try to look cool by not wearing hats, and they said, "What a bunch of idiots," you know. So they thought Men Without Hats would be a good name for the band.
Sure.
The safety dance, they got the idea for that because bouncers in some of the clubs in Canada wouldn't let the stage member, the audience, slam dance. And so they said, they have to come up with a safety dance for these people. And that's kind of where they got the idea for the song. Whatever works, right?
Yeah.
Apologies to Al Stewart and the Castaways. They're getting cut. We'll have to play them next week.
You never apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just the way I am. I don't apologize.
You just did.
No, I don't. Anyway, did you learn something, Peter?
I always learn something.
This is Thou Learn Ya with me, Michael Buster McMahon. Drink your milk, look both ways before crossing the street, and never, ever give up your dreams. That's my pal and producer in there, Peter Cole. Say goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Peter.
We like to end with something kind of fun, and this is probably one of my favorite musicals of all time. I've been in it twice, and I'm still not sick of it. I would do it again. From Chicago, one of the most memorable numbers, the Cell Block Tango, as all the women in prison explain why they killed their husbands. We'll see you next week. 89.5 WSKB.
Pop. 6. Squish. Cicero. Lipschitz.
And now, the 6 merry murderesses of the Cook County Jail in their rendition of the Cell Block Tango.
These little habits that get you down. Like Bernie. Bernie liked to chew gum. No, not chew. Pop. So I came home this one day and I'm really irritated and I'm looking for a little bit of sympathy. And there's Bernie lying on the couch, drinking a beer and chewing. No, not chewing. Popping. So I said to him, you pop that gum one more time. And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall and I fired 2 warning shots. Into his head.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I bet you would have done the same.
I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago. and he told me he was single, and we hit it off right away. So we started living together. He'd go to work, he'd come home. I'd fix him a drink, we'd have dinner. And then I found out. Single, he told me. Single my ass. Not only was he married, oh no, he had 6 wives. One of those Mormons, you know. So that night when he came home from work, I fixed him his drink, as usual. You know, some guys just can't hold their arsenic.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He took a flower in his pride, and then he used it, and he abused it. It was a murder,
Now I'm standing in the kitchen, carving up the chicken for dinner, minding my own business. In storms my husband Wilbur in a jealous rage. "You've been screwing the milkman," he says. He was crazy, and he kept on screaming, "You've been screwing the milkman!" And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
Мід, кире шекері. Ост моньякує гірешло кумлефок томоферіми. Ін меглечіп томофеє. Денеме гос. Инар тлом воёк. Не тудом. Мермоня анкл сам хок индан там. Проболтом. Аренда шенген мег моя разни. Динамер тадек мег.
Yeah, but did you do it?
Not guilty.
My sister Veronica and I had this double act, and my husband Charlie traveled around with us. Now, for the last number in our act, we did these 20 acrobatic tricks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, splits, spread eagles, backflips, flip-flops, one right after the other. So this one night before the show, we're down at the Hotel Cicero, the 3 of us boozing, having a few laughs. And we ran out of ice, so I go out to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17, the spread eagle. Well, I was in such a state of shock. I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later, when I was washing the blood off my hands, I even knew they were dead. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't do it, but if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong? They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't do it, but if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong?
I loved Al Lipschitz more than I could possibly say. He was a real artistic guy, sensitive, a painter. But he was always trying to find himself. He'd go out every night looking for himself, and on the way, he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving's. I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him dead.
Dirty bum, 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 the dirty bum, bum, bum. They had it coming. 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 Because if they use us, if they use us, they abuse us. Could you tell us that we were wrong? He had it coming. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only said to me, if you'd have been there, I bet you would have done the same.
Cop that gum.
Single
One
my
more
ass.
time.
10
Merde,
times.
you've got Uncle
Number
Sam
17, the spread eagle.
differences.
Pop.
6. Squish.
Cicero.
Lipschitz.